Good morning, everybody. I am doing something a little bit different today for the channel. I'm going to be posting two different type of reaction videos. First up, we're going to have the League of Legends cinematic reaction. These have always been something I look forward to every year. They're really high quality animation. You don't really get any type of major dialogue story to them, at least in the past, besides 1 year. But the teaser looked amazing for it, and I figured why not try to get a reaction out. I know a lot of people like watching these cinematics because of their, high quality animation, their action. It's 3 minutes until it happens, but I'm a fan of the game, and I know last year's cinematic didn't live up to expectations for people. But I'm going to watch that here, and then later today, I'm going to post my reactions to the SAG nominations. And to go briefly into that while we wait for the League of Legends cinematic to debut, the SAG nominations are going to be the biggest, I think, indicators of what we might see for Oscar nominations, because the guilds are the ones who generally lead the voices of the Oscar and the Academy campaigns. So what the Screen Actors Guild is able to do nomination-wise, I think will tell that race overall. But that video will be coming out after this one. So again, if you're a fan of League of Legends, you see that and you want to see my reactions to the SAG nominations and my other award show content, like and subscribe. But just going into what these are for people that maybe aren't in tune for, Josh Does Movies. Why am I watching a League of Legends cinematic? Well, it's something that I enjoy doing and branching out. League of Legends is a game genre that I have played. It's a free-to-play game I've met a lot of friends online for. And generally every year, last year they didn't do it, but almost every year they put out a very high quality animated cinematic short, which kind of gives a little background and a story that can be kind of interesting, even for people that don't even watch the game. They usually provide some really cool orchestra and cinematic type music like we're hearing in the background here. They've hyped this up quite a lot, so I figured, since this year I'm kind of new with things on the channel, why not be one of the people who does the reaction for this? Riot is very good at not copywriting their cinematics and their music video type reactions. So I figured it's a good way for that. Maybe I'll reach out to more new people. But what's going to happen here is we're probably going to see different areas of League of Legends, and I'll try to narrate a little bit why I can of what's going on for people who might not know, and I'll definitely talk afterwards. But we got 50 seconds until this starts. All we know so far from the trailer is the ice area of League of Legends, the League of Legends World Runeterra. Most people know it through Arcane, Piltover, and Zon, but their most northern area, Freljord, one of their main characters, Tryndamere, who is kind of almost like a barbarian king. We saw a brief glimpse of him in a preview last week, so I think we're be getting some of that. Maybe we'll be getting some other areas like their non-magical kind of classical city, Demacia. But we got 10 seconds here. Let's react to League of Legends cinematic. Thank you everybody who sees us. Like and subscribe, and let's see how the quality is in this guy. I'll talk to you during and after. Okay.
Tomorrow is a hope, never a promise.
So we're actually getting words. So this is that Freljord area with Tryndamere. The quality is just so good.
The shapes I used to take. I don't like a strong man.
Is that Morgana and Kale for Demacia? Oh, Aatrox. So Aatrox is like a very big bad.
Oh, it's in my blood.
that definitely is Morgana. But, okay.
Maybe it's a far stretch that I won't come undone.
This looks like Bilgewater,
Brave the cold
the pirate area of the world.
to finish out what I
Or maybe Ionia.
was. We could land here with the strange daylight caught in our eyes. And my shadow stretching out, losing all in us this time.
Who's that? Is that Master Yi?
I'm still here.
An older Yasuo? We're back to the Freljord ice area. There's Tryndamere. Oh, Kindred's there. Ash's arrow.
I'm still here.
Oh, that was a nice transition. Ash is his wife.
I'm still
All right, so let's pause this. That was a very good quality cinematic. I like the little song in the background. It's not the best overall song, but it gave you that nice kind of hype vibes. I think I don't know if my talking over it didn't help much, but the best thing I can kind of explain, kind of coming back here. So we had bits and pieces of the world. It looks like Tryndamere. We saw him early on. He was going to be attacked by what could have been like a rival tribe. Trying to find the exact shot here. So to tell his story, what was happening later on is when we see him near the end, and he's fighting this individual. This is in the League of Legends world. This is a basically like the Grim Reaper called Kindred. Um, Clearly, in this battle, Tryndamere might be coming to his death, so we're seeing him battling death with League of Legends' own type Grim Reaper individual Kindred, who goes around and helps, claim the lives and of the individuals that are going to die. But Tryndamere in the game and in the world has this weird magical function that allows him to rage past death. So that's what this was kind of showing, his battle with Kindred not dying, and then the arrows here that come through are the arrows of his wife and one of the major tribe leaders and queen of the Freljord, Ash. So obviously she came in and saved him. That is Tryndamere's story. Next story it's interesting for me is this one. So this very much looks like it's a Yasuo with the wind wall and his abilities. He's a swordsman mage from a more spiritual area of the League of Legends world called Ionia. Last we saw him, he was doing stuff in Bilgewater, but this looks like a much older Yasuo. Like Yasuo in the game has black hair. He looks very young. This character, if it is Yasuo, looks like he's aged like 20, 30, 40 years. So I don't know if there'll be more information about that, but that wasn't expected. Again, he just looks very old. Maybe this is a new character, but I was not expecting that. Who I don't again. I think this is Yashville based off what we saw, and it sounds like he's just trying to protect this Ionian city that might have been rampaged. Um, I just there isn't much story behind that I know of. And then this one here, briefly, you have Kale and Morgana, who are both Demacia Celestials per se. A Celestial in this world is some individuals that were touched by the gods in space per se, and given kind of like a godly type power, something you'd see like the ancient Greeks would use with things like demigods and their champions. They're taking on what is called a Darkin, which is somebody that's very similar with those powers, but has been corrupted by, uh, you know, the I guess villains of this world that we haven't seen through things like Arcane, with the Void, Aatrox, and I imagine this looks like it might be in Demacia, but definitely Aatrox is an individual that wants to kill all Celestials in a way, and it makes sense that two Celestials are fighting him with Kale and Morgana. But overall, that's just my thoughts on the League of Legends cinematic this year. I thought the quality was pretty decent. I thought that the song was really decent. The stories are interesting to me. It feels like I'm sad that we didn't get much correlation to past cinematics. I think Kaisa and the Void thing is lingering over a lot of fans. Maybe there's something like that in here that as I watch people who know all about the lore will break down and talk through. But if you enjoyed this, put a like down. If you like to see content like this, comment and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. That way, I can do the nominations for the SAG Awards, and then I will post that later. But you should be seeing this up within, this should be up today. Obviously, when you see it, you see it. But you should see the SAG Act after nominations for their award season a little bit later today. So until that one, have a good day and tell me your thoughts on the cinematic.